man, I don't know if this is a good idea. We're gonna start building some crazy stuff out here. This compound is gonna be absolutely epic. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here at the new Goonzquad garage. And as you guys seen in the previous video, we went over our whole entire setup on the interior over here. And I gotta say, it is super epic. Of course, most importantly, we got all of our bin pack lifts completely installed. That alone is just super insane. We got our 2 tire machines over there. We got our cool boss fans right there with LEDs and speakers built in. That right there is the future, dude.
Dude, that's just insane, man. That's like the perfect setup for a shop. A fan, a lot for working, and also some speakers to listen to.
That's just absolutely awesome right there. And a few other gadgets right there. We got our jack stands, and a few other things here and there. And this interior is not done. There's still a lot more epic stuff that we want to do in here. But that stuff is going to be the easy stuff, like in the office right there. We got the mud, and of course we got the plumbing. Then you got the trim out for the electrical. That's super simple stuff. Right now, what we got to focus on is the next major thing, which is doing all the dirt work outside. And we're going to probably hire a professional company to do that because we want him to actually knock it out and get it right the very first time. That way the inspector comes out here, we don't have any surprises and we don't fail that inspection. So there's some precise stuff that they got to do out there. They got to do a lot of like grading. They got to lift up some of this parking lot area right here. They got to dig a swell, and that's just got to be like proper flow and everything. So there's a lot of like major things that they got to do. So
there's
I don't think
a lot of engineering stuff that has to go into
exactly.
it. Yeah.
That's the perfect word for it right there. So we're gonna have the professional guys come out here. They're gonna take care of it, and what we got to do is just basically just clean up all that wooden trash that's left from that trailer in order for them to come in here, because Pop's already scrapped everything else. $700 for all the steel, and then another, I think, $500 for the aluminum, and then there was a little bit more steel. It was like $150.
Dude,
so around like $1,400. That's pretty wild, right there.
That is crazy. I mean, I don't think we'd ever be able to sell that trailer for more than $500, man. So that was perfect, dude.
But I mean, there was a little bit of work that had to go into it, but that was a good way to get rid of that. We'll definitely bring in a container. But anyways, what we're gonna do right now is, after we get done cleaning up this area right here, we're probably gonna go up to the new headquarters where the new house is gonna start getting built. That compound up there is gonna be absolutely epic. So the house that we remodeled where you're currently residing, and I'm gonna be right next to you right there. We're gonna have a sweet compound getting built. And we're gonna try to keep you guys just as updated as possible on that process right there. So I think what we decided to do is actually build a little pop-up shop on the property where you're at, and maybe start working up there and film the whole entire thing, dude.
Just a little temporary shop we want to just throw up there. That way we can work and keep an eye out on the whole entire build process.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we're going to do our own little personal touches to that house as well.
So that's exactly what we're going to do right now. Do the cleanup first, and then we're actually going to go probably look for that pop-up shop, and then we're going to take up both of the heavy equipments up there, because I think they're going to use that to dig the footer to make things faster. And of course, this skid steer's got to be up there for like gravel transferring and stuff right there.
100%.
But anyways, let's just go ahead and knock out this cleanup right quick, and then I guess we'll just probably head up to the mountain.
hitting here.
Alrighty guys, so we finally made it up here to the new Goonzquad headquarters compound location here. After cleaning up the shop, we just ended up grading everything, collecting all that wood, putting it on one pile, and the dumpster didn't arrive, so I guess we're just gonna wait on that a little bit later. But then we ran to a metal building place, and we actually ended up ordering a metal building. That red barn that we kind of filmed, that's the exact one that we ordered, but you wanted to go all black in color?
Yeah, all black. I think it'll look super clean, all black. It'll kind of like just blend in with the nature and stuff like that, and it'll be pretty simple to put up.
Yeah,
you know?
And that's exactly what we we plan on doing is actually putting it up ourselves, and we're gonna put it up over there somewhere. So that's the next thing that we gotta focus on, is finding a good location for it. And I think we're just gonna put that whole entire thing up from the foundation or the slab all the way up to the everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're gonna go from the ground up. We're gonna try to do it all, dude. Honestly, it's gonna be a pretty fun experience to like learn how to do all that. Kind of like our well house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty tough because it was framing, but this is gonna be a metal building. I think it's gonna be a lot more simple, but that's what we're gonna do a little bit later after we show you guys what happened over here. So a lot earlier this morning, I came up here and I filmed the guys coming up here and staking out this whole entire house over here. And it might not look like much right now, but once they start digging the footer and framing it up, it's gonna look absolutely insane. And I think it's positioned in a perfect location on the property over here. So as you guys can tell, the driveway is right here, and you're basically just gonna drive in, and the garage right here is on a 45, so that's perfect. You pull right in, you're gonna have a pretty big garage. You're gonna pull in, park your vehicles right here, and the house is gonna be parallel with the road. So that's kind of what builders typically do, is make it line up with the front of the house with the road. So I think that's gonna look good, and that's gonna be the back of the house. You're gonna get a nice mountain view right there. We're gonna have a decent front yard, side yard, and a backyard over here. Look at this corner. This is a pretty neat corner right here. Maybe set up a little mini golf or something, like put some fake turf or something.
Yeah, or you can do the stamped concrete like we did on the back of my house over there. Just stamp it all out over here, dude.
Imagine a garage door on the back end of the garage too, where you could just pull
all the way
like
through
that.
easily, dude.
So that's the fun thing about us building this house, is we can change a few things up and just throw our own touches to it. We're probably gonna do some of the work ourselves, maybe even
we're gonna do whatever we can, honestly, dude.
Just whatever we feel like, honestly. Like if we see some tile work that we can possibly knock out, we might do it.
Don't bring tile work
not
up,
the
man.
herringbone method, not the stuff that we did in that house over there. That was a nightmare. That was super
But it turned
tough.
out amazing,
Beautiful.
dude.
So I can't wait to actually start working on this house and doing what we can ourselves, really.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for
Saving
sure.
some money left and right.
Doing our own little personal touches on it.
But there is a lot of stuff that we're gonna probably do on the outside too, maybe like a patio area. It's just gonna be super epic, but I guess that's just gonna be in the future. Tomorrow the guys are gonna come out here, and I guess we're gonna start filming that right there.
Dude, them digging it's gonna be pretty epic, and I believe in like a day or two after, they're gonna start pouring some concrete down.
Exactly.
Dude.
Yeah, everything is lined up, and we got the inspections for the footing already lined up. So hopefully this house gets built pretty quick. That's the goal right there. But also I noticed something a little bit earlier.
What?
Is there's some rock. I mean, of course we're on a mountain, and one issue that you can run into when you're digging footers is some pretty like strong rock. Hopefully
Hey,
this
rocks
is like,
as big as cars, dude.
yeah, that's true. Look at this, dude. Hopefully this is like limestone or something, and it just like breaks up, because if it's like granite rock and it's just like, you got to bring the dynamite out here.
You gotta drill some holes.
We don't want to
dude.
bring dynamite out here or anything like that, but hopefully everything goes smooth. But that's going to be all tomorrow. Right now, what we're going to do is probably head to your house over there and kind of figure out a location where we want to
stake it out.
Stake it out, basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Some eating steak or some of this steak.
Dude, I wish I had some right now, but later.
We're going to eat at Mama's house probably. But anyways, let's go run down there, do some brainstorming, and I guess we'll keep it moving.
Great. Very good.
Alrighty guys, so it is the next day, and as you've seen, the footer has been officially dug at the new house, so we are finally breaking ground and everything is flowing nicely. I believe they are about done right now, and honestly the next step is for them to lay some rebar down, put some plywood, that way whenever they pour the concrete for that actual foundation, it all flows perfectly. And I think we'll actually help them with the rebar because I think we have the concrete scheduled for tomorrow, so we want to move quick. And then I think you have an inspection on the foundation, so we want to have everything lined up perfectly, right?
Yeah, so rebar is about to be here in probably an hour or so, around lunchtime, and we're going to help them out. And then the next day, I think we got the inspection scheduled. They inspect the rebar.
Oh, they do? That's crazy. So I guess we got everything lined up, so we're going to try to move quick. And also our dumpster arrived at our commercial property finally, so I think that's the first thing we're going to do. We're actually going to head down there, load all the trash up, because the dirt guys are going to be out there this week looking at that property as well. So we got tons of stuff lined up. And
also, we're going to bring the skid steer up here, right?
Yeah, once we run down, we're going to dump the trash because that's why we want to dump the trash, because there's skid steers coming up here. So we want to just get rid of all that stuff, bring the skid steer up here, and then I guess they're going to be using it for up there, but also we're going to be using it for down here because we ordered that garage, man. That little, well, it's not a garage, man.
Little barn.
It's a little barn, a portable little like temporary barn.
We're going to turn that sucker into a garage though.
It's going to be pretty nice. So we're thinking about, there's two options. We could put it right there by the container where their Jeeps are. We can actually even button it up to the container and possibly even paint the container black once we get it all set up. That way it matches, it flows really good. Or we can possibly put it over there where our pond idea was going. I mean, we dug it, but it filled up with water and it was standing water, and we just drained it because ponds are a lot of maintenance. We just don't have the time for it. And also they're a breeding ground for mosquitoes in the summertime when we don't want that. So I went ahead and drained it. What we can do is fill it back up with dirt. It's a pretty leveled area over there. I mean, all we need is a 20 by 20 little platform. And also we do have dirt coming in, and we can just fill it up even more, compact it, have a spot there, dude.
Exactly. So that area right there is a little bit better because it's flatter. This area over here is a little bit angled too much. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's angled. There's gonna be some dirt work need to be done over here. If we do decide to do it, we'll have to probably bring the excavator and skid steer down to the bottom, dig a little bit, level it out as best as possible, maybe even use some of the dirt. There's a little pile of dirt there that we can use. There's plenty of options, but I think we're gonna think of the best one as soon as we get some dirt in. I think the dump truck guy is gonna be here today or tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So once we get that figured out, we're gonna start like leveling it out, making it perfect.
Exactly.
Dude.
We got a lot of different stuff going on right now, dude.
A lot of epic stuff. But as right now, we're gonna go ahead and just hop in the truck, head to the commercial property, do what we gotta do, and then grab that skid steer.
Man, I don't know if this is a good idea, dude.
This looks like a future site, man.
Future site for something that's not gonna have a slab, because I was noticing while you were driving in there, dude, it was kind of like you know, smushy. You know what I mean?
Right now it is smushy because it was kind of bowl shaped and it's been just holding water and stuff like that. So once we straighten it out and stuff, and I'm kind of compacting it every probably like 6 to 12 to 18 inches. I'm just gonna keep driving over it. I know this ain't a compactor, but for what we're gonna build here, it really doesn't have to be like super extreme compacted.
Yeah,
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
just a temporary workspace right here. It's going to be able to just get put up and put down
it's just
whenever
a 20,
you're done with it.
It's just a 20 by 20. Super easy to put up and down. And the slab, it does not have to be like all crazy perfect.
That's very true, but we also don't want it to be cracking. But I guess I guess we'll compact it with the excavator as well. But I wonder what you do to compact stuff like this. Do you actually bring in one of those like that they build the roads with? You know, like one of them big old drum things?
That's too big. I wonder what they use for like little stuff like this.
Dozer.
A dozer? A dozer is a really good compactor. And one good thing about a dozer too on jobs like this is the blade on the front of the dozer, you're able to actually angle it left and right. Say you're on a hill like this little drive right here and you want to make it straight, you angle that blade left. On a skid steer, you're always sideways.
That's
you know what I
very
mean?
true. But another thing about this area right here is we're gonna definitely have to make a nice drive, because if we don't have a nice drive right now, it's kind of sketchy. It's gonna be kind of difficult to get in and out. But if we just build it up there next to the container, easy with a driveway
easy.
situation.
So this right here is just temporary. I mean, if anything, we just covered up our pond and made a nice little spot. You know, that's
for maybe a cabin or something out here.
Anything, man. You can throw you a little above ground blow up swimming pool and you'll be good.
A little hot tub, something crazy, dude. I honestly love building stuff, man.
Dude, I love playing in dirt, man. It's just fun, dude.
It is so fun.
Getting your machines and stuff. Dude,
yeah, but speaking of dirt, the guys completely knocked out the footing.
Dude.
Took all that dirt out, and now they threw the rebars. They're going to be done, I think, here in a little bit.
They're going to be done here probably right now, and they already called in for an inspection tomorrow in the morning, so they have to be done. And then after tomorrow in the morning, the inspection passes.
Everything's going to go, dude.
The concrete guy's going to come in. I mean, everything's going to start flowing. This is going to be epic watching this, dude.
But guys, that's going to be pretty much it for today. We were bouncing a lot from here to there, you know, just getting stuff done with all these job sites right here. But before you know it, the shop is going to be complete over there at the commercial property. The new house is going to start getting built. We're going to start building some crazy stuff out here. This compound is going to be absolutely epic. We're going to have some super crazy production. Can't forget about the helicopter getting rebuilt as well. We're going to be flying around from spot to spot, dude.
Yes, sir. I mean, speaking of helicopter, we even are picking our helicopter color out. So if you guys want to drop suggestions down below, definitely help us out on the color, dude.
Not only on the helicopter suggestions, drop suggestions like if you guys have any tips or tricks about what we're doing right or wrong. Let's just drop that down below. We're going to read that stuff, or email us if you want to get to us a lot faster. But anyways, that's going to be all for today's video. Definitely make sure post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.